Cambodia over disputed border areas, military commanders from both sides on Sunday made a number of agreements following a second meeting. The two commanders discussed ways of diffusing tension after two deadly clashes on Friday afternoon and Saturday morning near the Phra Phia temple. They agreed to avoid further firing of weapons and have sent their villagers back to their homes after they were moved out for 2 days. Both sides have also agreed to reinstate 5 Cambodian troops and 5 Thai troops stationed together at the Beehive area near to the temple. Meanwhile, Thailand's Prime Minister Chiwa is calling for a peaceful solution to the dispute. He said in his weekly Sunday address that Thailand never seeks to invade another country, but he also noted that if his nation's sovereignty is violated, the armed forces will have to act. Well, for more on the border conflict between Thailand and Cambodia, we can now cross live to our correspondent Tony Cheng, who joins us from Bangkok. Hello to you, Tony. What are the latest developments along the border?
Well, we understand that today the border has remained peaceful, and you remember there was sporadic fighting yesterday morning. That doesn't seem to have happened today. There were some reports that around midday the fighting had broken out, but the army came out very quickly and said that wasn't the case. We still are rather unsure what prompted those reports. We understand some of the 8,000 villagers on the Thai side who fled the area are starting to move back, but in other areas people are still being told to stay away, so I think it'll be quite some time. We've also heard reports that on the Cambodian side the situation is still very tense. So clearly after the fighting that broke out over the last couple of days, it's going to take quite some time for this border area to return to normality.
Well, let's talk about the meetings they've been having. Cambodian and Thai military commanders held a second meeting over the border dispute, and both sides say they're working to diffuse the tensions. Can you tell us a little bit more about those efforts?
Indeed, I think both sides are trying to put a damper on this as they possibly can. It seems that part of this tension arose because the Thais were building a road into the disputed area. The Cambodians have already built one, and I think this is seen by the other side as provocative because it means that military supplies can be easily brought up right to the very frontier. They've also decided to keep their troop numbers stabilised. No reinforcements will be brought in on either side. But I think it's going to be a very long time before substantial improvements in relations are made. And you have to bear in mind the initial attack, which took place on Friday, happened on the same day that the Thai foreign minister was in the Cambodian capital Phnom Penh talking to his counterpart about resolving this issue. And even with that high level of meeting, hostilities still broke out. So I think it's going to take a long time before these two sides can find common ground and move forward to finding a peaceful and a permanent solution to who actually owns the area around this disputed territory.
Okay, Tony Cheng, our correspondent in Bangkok, thank you for keeping an eye on things.